Okay, take two.
All right, there we go. We didn't... Little interference this morning.
I think we're on.
Yes, we are.
So we're really excited to have you guys with us this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, or good evening, or wherever you are in the world. We're going to let you guys hop on and take some time to come in. Hey, Lauren.
Hey, Lauren.
Jen. So it does not surprise me that we had some interference. Because this morning we are doing a special edition of our Sunday sermon to meet a lot of you guys where you are, a lot of the needs that you have, and a lot of the massive energy that's happening. So this morning, so if you're new to us, we meet every Sunday at 11 and we do our sermon and we talk about important issues, and you guys start to create that consciousness and that shift within yourself with us in this platform, and it's wonderful. Today what we're going to do is we're actually going to go in to releasing some things, calling them out, creating some activation within yourself to alleviate some of the energy that's going on right now for you, to explain some of the energy, and to allow us to kind of move through this together. So what I'm going to ask of you guys is that you put it down, you just allow yourself to be open and to let it go, and that if you know anyone that could be using this right now, make sure that you share it right away so that people can hop in, that you tag people. Let's have as many people as possible. Why? Because this actually allows us to release on a broader scale. We don't exist in a vacuum, right? So we are doing this with you guys because as we do it for ourselves, which we have been, wow, there is so much energy out there. Guys,
Holy
we
God.
have been working. You guys have been sending us messages that you're dreaming of us and all of this. We have been working in preparation, even for this morning, for days. We've been working with you guys all night.
Weeks. I'm like,
true.
I was lying.
I meant just for this particular energy of your energy is what I mean. But yeah, we've been working on our stuff and for the collective for weeks on this particular energy that's here right now. But yeah, even just with you guys all night last night, nonstop. So we haven't gotten any sleep. I'm kidding. I love you guys. But it's because there's so much here. So we tried to hop on live with you guys and it cut it off right away. So that is because there's so much energy that we need to let go of. So if you guys are new, Nicole and I are both channels. We're consciousness mentors. We're energy healers. We're activators. And so we look at all different angles and aspects so that you can be connected to yourself at the most impactful and unadulterated place, right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to start to move some of that today. But if you are new and you haven't done any work with us, let us just give a couple disclaimers. First and foremost, we're non-denominational. We respect and love and acknowledge everything that you believe in or experience, okay? Everything is also with regard to your free will. Nothing that we are going to do here can intervene in any way with your free will. It has to be an absolute exchange of willingness and willingness to receive.
Yep.
Please know that if we touch on something that feels too big to let go of right now or too overwhelming to deal with at the moment, it will not come in and interfere with you, as you need to be ready and willing to let it go. Okay, so as we are going, if you guys want to hashtag release or replay release, if something comes up and you're like, I'm ready to let it go, let's exchange that energy together. So as we're clearing something, allow yourself to release it. If you are super, super, super new to this kind of work, understand that all things are energy. We are connected. Actually, I was working with one of you guys in my sleep last night, and I remember it was a man, and I remember standing in front of you, and I remember touching your chest and creating a triangle, and I said, all things are energy. They come from inside of you. They expand outside of you. They come from outside of you. They expand within you. And we were talking, and he realized that everything was connected, and we were talking about something very simple like his business. And so understand that all we're going to be talking about is logic of energy and how that energy inside of you is starting to affect the outside. So we're so excited to have you guys, so happy. Again, if you hear something you want to release, just release it, write it in the comments. Ground yourselves in together. If there are some people that are not on this and you want to bring their energy in, just ask their higher self to come in. Just ask their energy to come in and receive this as much as they want on a higher basis. But if you literally have some people in mind, tag them in this, share this video so that we can create as much support as we possibly can for you guys.
Oh my goodness. And I keep hearing like, it's enough now. It's enough, right? It's enough. It's time for you to come back to yourself. It's time for you to take your free will back. It's time for you to be in your full sovereignty. It's enough now. These love energies, these frequencies that are coming here, they are releasing you from centuries, like centuries of being bound. You have made decisions. I want to make this very clear. You yourself made decisions to put yourself where you are right now. But I want to tell you that it's not yours anymore. It is no longer yours. You have access right now to releasing these things. I'm getting really nauseous. So you guys' energy, so beautiful. I love you guys so, so much. When we are done here, you should probably sage your house. So I'm going to connect us to the grids below you. You have these beautiful grids below you in this Mama Earth. And I'm going to connect you to the grids above you, to the sides of you, all around you. We're going to clear. Yeah, we're going to clear anything that's not love. We're going to clear anything around your home that's not love. You don't belong here. And we're going to connect you to Mother God, Father God, Holy Spirit. We're going to connect you to Source. And there's so many blocks there. There's so many blocks. You feel rejected by God. You feel forsaken. I promise you that you can connect right now. We just release you. We release you from these lies. There's many lies that you believe. Nothing's happening to you. You're creating this. This is yours. This is your baby. This is your creation. Everything that you see, touch, feel is yours. It is yours, and you're allowed to have that. That is yours. That cannot be taken from you.
Yes.
Your creation is your love. And your love is so beautiful. Your love is so beautiful. You are creation. Keep releasing. Say, this isn't mine. I let go.
This isn't mine.
So you guys are probably feeling some stuff going on in your stomach. It's just trauma, abuse, sex abuse, drug addiction. Just start to release the guards around those things. We guard them. We guard them to protect them because they have helped us for so long. They have helped us for so long. They have guarded you.
Yes.
It's time to lay them down. These protectors.
Good job.
Want to go there, don't want to go there, I don't want to go there. I feel you. You don't want to go there. You're like, no, I don't want to go there, but you can go there. You can go there right now. We just ask that you release. We bring in higher, wiser guides right now for this moment. Continue to release. Some of you might be throwing up right now. I apologize. You might be really sick. It's okay. It's not yours. And then we go straight to hate and anger. For many of you, you haven't been able to express that, so I'm not going to ask you to get off this call right now and go outside and hurt someone or hurt yourself, or you may want to scream. There's a lot of anger, so for us to bring in forgiveness, we have to go right into that anger. So we're going to bring so much cooling love energy to your livers. That's where anger is housed. And I know you're mad. I know you're really sad. I know a lot of frigged up things happen to you. I get it. I really honor you. I honor all of you so, so much for your choice to experience what you've experienced. And we just ask that we release. And it's really low in our stomach. It's really friggin' old and it's really low. We release you from lifetimes of misery and pain. Lifetimes of suffering. Lifetimes of disconnect.
Just clear the fear, right? So I was feeling you guys, so much fear to go forward, so much fear of the unknown, so much fear of the energy that's happening right now. So we are in this massive shift energy, massive purge energy. And so what's happening is all these parts of your body, all these things are going weird. You don't know what you're doing. You're not sure why you're feeling, you're questioning your work, you're questioning your life, you're questioning things. Your body feels weird. You feel like you're vibrating. You feel kind of sick. The things that looked familiar to you before don't look so familiar to you. The things that were comforting you don't look so comforting anymore. And it's scary. It's scary to go forward. It's scary to go forward because you're going into this you that is more you than anything ever before. It's not that you're going into something, but the thing is that are all these parts of us that want to hold us because we don't understand the unknown. They want to hold us back. I'm going to ask you to place your hands on your belly. I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath with me. I'm going to bring all of this gold energy into your belly. All of this gold energy into your lower 3 chakras. All this gold energy, this beautiful love energy, right? Into that space, that source energy, whatever that means for you, that God energy, that energy of creator, that energy of the universe. Allow that energy to just calm you. In this moment, realize how connected you are. In this moment, realize how loved you are. In this moment, realize how perfect you are. Take a deep breath and imagine that bright gold coming up through the belly. Imagine it filling your chest. And as it does, imagine it like a stopper pressing all of that negative energy, that energy of fear, the energy of lack, the energy of the future, that block. Allow it to start to come up and start to release out of you through your throat chakra, out of your crown chakra. Just all this space right here. Just imagine it coming out and just let it go. And then it was fear, just so much fear of being self. What does it look like? Our ego part wants to hold on to all those things. You're not going to disappear. You're not just going to disintegrate. What you are is going to be more of who you are than you've had the chance to be, and that's all that's happening. So let's just let go of illusion. Just let go of the illusion and create that surrender. Create that surrender to self. Not to anyone, not to anything, but to yourself. Surrendering to who you are and all of your power. I'm going to ask to fill your space. Imagine your space around you filled with all of this light, this bright white light, this light that is rainbow and crystal and clean, and it makes you feel good, and it makes you feel connected, and it makes you feel love. And that light just starts to clean out as if you were taking this amazing shower, all of the energy that is not for you, that is old, that is stagnant, that is blocked, that is stuck, that it is in this state of illusion. And that energy goes right through your being, in your cells and your DNA. Allowing that. We've talked about this. You guys are carrying so much. You're not just carrying yours. You're not just carrying yours. You're carrying your families. You're carrying other people's. This is science. It's not even energy. You guys are carrying so much in that body that you're walking around with. Let yourself release some of that right now so that it can shift into what it needs to shift in, so that those generations that are coming in front of you and for you, so that they can shift in what they need to shift in. Release it. Unlock that DNA, unlock that cells, unlock it from your ancestry, unlock it from the fear, unlock it from the limitations, unlock it from the bindage and the abuse and the conditioning. Yes. And all of the energies that locked it up and that we accept it. May it be so. Release that energy, release it. You guys are doing so good. Just let it go. So much pain in the heart right now. You feel so much pain in the heart right now. Let yourself cry. If you guys need to cry, some of you are crying. I know that's good. It's okay. It's okay if you're laughing. It's okay if you're uncomfortable. It's okay if you're angry. It's okay if you're triggered. It's okay if you're confused. If you're listening and you don't know why you're still listening and you feel like something's going on, just let yourself be in that. Wherever you are, let yourself be in it. Just let it go. Just keep letting it go. I want you all to imagine this enormous hole in the center of the earth that Mother Earth is so graciously going to receive all of that pain. Imagine this enormous pit, and we're going to put all of this energy into that, all of the energy that is challenging you, all that energy that is hurting you, all of those blocks, all of those things that are keeping you separate. Allow yourself to pour them in. Keep releasing. Just continue. You got this. You know there's more, so you don't want to stop, right? And just continue to give it to her. Just continue to give it to that earth. Right? Just continue to imagine. Use your visualization. Visualization allows you, it is a technique. It allows you to let it go. Use all of your senses. Use your mind's eyes. Use your creation energy. Keep throwing it into that space, and we ask the earth, we thank you, we ask it to be recycled and released and transmuted back into light. We allow this energy to continue to serve us in the future in positive, pure love energy. We thank you. We thank you. Thank you.
Oh, your sacred geometry, I feel you. So I'm going to speak to the divine masculine. It's time to surrender, baby. It's time to surrender. Right? We don't have to fight anymore. You don't have to fight anymore. And I'm not just talking about men. I'm talking about you women. I'm talking about we have to stop fighting. We get to stop fighting. We get to release. We don't have to fight anymore. There's nothing to fight. So we just ask for energy to surrender. Love is perfect. Love is perfect because when we surrender to love, it goes to the problem. It wants to correct what is not aligned for you. It wants to correct what's not aligned for you.
Yes.
And the problem is that we don't surrender, right? But I remember when I was younger, there was a movie, No Retreat, No Surrender. That's what men, that's that energy. We do not retreat, we do not surrender. And I want to connect the divine masculine to source, to your true power, because your true power isn't a fighting energy. It is a loving energy.
And for the feminine.
And for the feminine. You are protected, you are loved, you are light, you are protected.
Yes.
I release you from you release yourself from so much pain,
yes.
From fighting,
yes.
All the cuts, all the bruises from fighting, fighting yourself, fighting this love that created you, fighting, blaming. We release blame.
Good job, Nicole.
We release blame. It was your choice. All of it's your choice. It's all yours. It's coming back to you. It's all yours. You take your free will back. You take it back. You take it back at this moment. At this moment, you get to take it back. You get to take it back. These energies are clearing all this stuff. You get to take it back. You get to be you today. You get to light up the fucking world. You get to light it up, baby. You get to light it up today. It doesn't have to be the same after today. You don't have to go and be hiding. You don't have to be hidden in your room. You don't have to suffer the way you suffer. You don't have to do that. You can I'm going to ask you to release. We release. We release the binds that bind our feet, that bind ourselves, that bind us. So there's so many negative thought forms. They're just swirling around. But. So I'm just going to ask you we're going to clear the subconscious, conscious, superconscious mind, connect it to truth. Nothing can stand in the light of love. Nothing that isn't aligned with that truth cannot stand in this moment, cannot be with us at this moment. And there's a lot of you fighting, and I feel a lot of heat. And we just slowly release that anger, that pain. Clear any energies that are not aligned with love. We clear energies that are not aligned with love. We clear energies that are not aligned with love. You guys are doing really, really well.
And when Nicole was clearing that, I felt some of you guys feel that connection, feel that joy, feel that excitement, feel that love. Like I felt it. Like I felt, oh my God, all that love energy, all that creation energy that's in you, that you have access to all of the time, that we're looking always outside of ourselves for that happiness, right? We talk about this with you guys. But if, those ideas that we're going to be able to access that when it is a creation outside of ourselves, and we have these ideas that we can't already have all of this and it's already there. And I felt some of you guys experience that in that moment where you felt that overwhelming joy, you felt that overwhelming peace, you felt that overwhelming love, and it had nothing to do with anything outside of you, but that you already have access to it, that it's your birthright right now. It's your birthright right now to have that. No matter what situation you are sitting in, you still have your freedom and your love and your peace inside of you, that is there, that you are connected to all those things, right? And those thought forms Nicole was talking about, those ideas that we create, those create separation. And they create ideas about ourselves and other people and about the world that don't serve us. They don't let us expand. They don't let us connect the way we want to. So then we start to come into this season right now that we're having, the season of choice, right? It's a season of choice where we get to be who we really are. And it looks so scary and it feels so intense, right? And we have multiple eclipses happening in the next month, right? We have multiple different things that are going on and all sorts of retrogrades and planetary shifts and every different kind of energy and things we could go to even more deeply. And all of that is shaking us And we're standing in this crossroads, and we get to choose what you guys are doing right now to release this, or we get to choose to be stuck in it and it's torture us, right? It tortures us and it pulls on us and it creates anxiety. And some of you might be feeling anxiety in the past weeks, right? Might feeling like you're crawling out of your skin or you don't know what to do. Those energies are asking us, they're showing us that we're a little off center. And we can either go full into our center and feel that energy that just came in, that peace energy, or we can feel more separated. And so we just ask to align you guys more completely with self. We bring your higher self in, right? Whatever you believe about that, your spirit self, your higher knowing, your energy, we just ask to bring it back down into the space. Anchor it into yourself and your being and your cells, into your knowing. A lot of ideas, confusion, a lot of breaking of ideas right now. So what I say to you guys is just allow. And some of you said, but I believed this, but now I believe this, and how can I believe this and that? And it's just another level of understanding. It doesn't mean because one thing is true that the other is false. So whoever is needing to hear that, you know who you are. It does not mean that because you once believed something that it has to now be totally false. It is a growth. You are moving from one limited vantage point to a more expanded vantage point, and you will continue to move to yet a more expanded vantage point, and so on, and it will get bigger and bigger, and you will look at it slowly, not from the 5-foot view, but from the 20-foot view and the 100-foot view and then the 1,000-foot view, and it will expand. You can allow yourself to expand. Let go of that fear, shame, and guilt. Let's let that go.
Oh,
Imagine so much weight. My whole body just started to fall in the weight of that energy. Imagine violet fire all around you, starting from your heart center, expanding all around you, around your space, around your home. Let it go. Imagine the shame and guilt that you have ever had about being who you are, about being where you are. Let it go. Let it burn in that energy.
It's not yours.
It's not yours.
To have guilt and shame says that you are at fault. You are not at fault. You're here to experience. You're not at fault. You are love. You are not fault. We release guilt and shame. Jen, you talked about anxiety, so I'm going to actually hand you this little thing over. Release my arms so I can be more freely with you. So luckily, science now can kind of back up what we're talking about, right? They're able to look at the frequency of the earth, right? The Schumann's resonance. We're able to see that it's rising, that your frequency is actually rising. So we were talking about anxiety. Your body's like, what is this? And as the frequency is rising, your consciousness is rising because the frequency of unconditional love is so high that I don't even know if we'd be able to sit with it in this actual human form. Yes. It would be so uncomfortable. So right now, your body's shaking. Your body is tremoring. It doesn't understand. So we're just going to upgrade the body.
Yes. Let's upgrade the body.
And you can imagine that your body is going to connect to your frequency and it's just going to be okay with one another. Right? That it's going to be at that frequency, that density can change, and it is changing. That density of your actual form is changing. It's becoming less dense so it can house this beautiful energy. That is this beautiful essence that is you. And I feel you guys connecting more deeply to that. And we ground all this excess energy. So this anxiety we get sometimes when we're not fully grounded. So it's like, imagine the energy lifting you up and your feet are like, oh my God, I just want to touch the ground. So we just ask them to be grounded in Mother Earth.
Yes.
This beautiful earth that gives us everything that we need. This nurturing and healing energy that comes through at every moment, giving you exactly what you need. Every time that you make a decision, it's always backing you up, even if the decision was questionable. And I've made many questionable decisions in my life. Thank God for those questionable decisions so that I can understand those decisions and I can understand how to then come out of those decisions and then how to make new decisions and actually create something that is aligned with Nicole. Bringing you back to making decisions that are aligned with you, that aren't aligned with everyone else, that's not aligned with your parents, that are not aligned with brother and sister and your uncle. It's not aligned with anything but your essence. bringing your choice back. And then there's a lot of fear. Well, if I have all the power, if I have all the choice, I always ruin things. I always make mistakes. I don't make the right decision. I remember when a therapist told me, you know what, Nicole? Every decision that you're about to make, do the opposite, because that's how bad you are at making decisions. And I remember that. And I couldn't eat it. I could not eat that. I was like, that is not true. Right? I was like, I'm going to prove this therapist wrong. I did. You can trust you, right? You can trust you, right? So release yourself from the guilt of the choices that maybe you've made in the past. So there's a lot of anger there. I let people walk on me. I let people abuse me. I didn't say what I really felt. I didn't say, and I get it, right? So we just release this part of you. We just ask to bring so much solar energy, light to this part of you. You can even put your hand there. This part of you, right? That you didn't say what you needed to say. This part of you that you didn't get to say what you needed to say. You get to say it now. I saw a picture of me yesterday of 3-year Nicole, little Nicole. And I looked at my face in that picture. And I was beat up, man. Like my eyes, I was beat up. You could see it in my face. You could see like all the pain, right? From lifetimes and this lifetime, you could see it. And I sat with that kid yesterday. I sat with that image of me. So just imagine like that part of you, there's a part of you that like, you're like mad that little kid is pissed. You get to sit with that kid today.
Yes.
You get to sit next to that kid and tell them it's okay. You get to sit with that part of you and be like, I'm not going to treat you like that. Yes. You get to sit with that part of you and give them a big hug and love them. You get to sit with that part of you today and you get to do something very, very different. You get to pick that kid up and be like, you're not a victim anymore. You get to pick that kid up and you get to swing that kid around. Not too hard. We don't want to throw my little 3-year-old self, although it might be funny. But like, you get to pick that kid up.
Yeah.
Wherever your brain is taking you right now, the first thought that you have, that little kid, man, that high school student, that 2-year-old, 5, 7, 9, 14, the time that you felt the most abused, that time where your actual free will got ripped from you for a moment, that you felt like you lost free will. You get to be with that part of you right now. You get to be with that part of you and you get to sit with that part of you and you get to make amends with that part of you. And we thank you for going so deep. I honor you guys for going so deep. I honor you. I honor you for trusting. I honor you. The more we trust, the more love goes deep, right? The more we trust, the more we surrender, the more the love goes in. The more the love goes in, it's going to go to all the places within you that are not okay right now.
Yes.
And there are many places within your soul, within this body that is not okay right now, and that's really okay.
And actually, as Nicole was doing that, there was so much pain in my lower back, and there was so much pain in that space, and that lower space, that space where our inner kid's energy is. And if you guys are new to that concept, right, it's like we hold these little parts of us, these little kid parts. And so actually, I'm going to have you guys close your eyes and let yourself, and it released so much when Nicole was speaking, and I'm just going to have you guys imagine whichever little kid version of you comes up first. Even your teenage self. And I'm going to imagine you picking that kid up, putting it on your heart, or if it's your teenage self, hugging you. And just releasing all of that anger and that feeling of being abandoned, of being hurt. And I want you to tell yourself, that kid, and I know it sounds strange if this is new for you, some of you are resisting a little, it's okay. Just tell that kid that you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. And all that you have wanted, you're able to do for you now. You're not 3 and not able to get your food anymore. You're not 15 and angry at the whole world because you feel lost. You get to be with you, and you get to advocate for you, and you get to create the reality that you want for you, and you get to not abandon you. And we just ask to clear out and release that energy of abandonment and fear. Just bring love and peace into that space. Expand and open your heart center. Do you know why it's called wounds? It's called wounds because there are certain things that actually hurt us so much they've actually measured that it hurts us so much that our brain treats it as an injury. Okay? So being abandoned or feeling rejected, there are certain experiences that we have when we say we're in pain and it's emotional. Our brain, the reason we use that wording in language is because our brain actually receives that as physical injury. So your brain has created imprints and impacts where it believes it has been physically injured. It actually has fear. It actually has memory. It has trauma. So we're going to ask to clean those imprints out. Imagine handprints all over your being, and we're going to ask to take them off. All the ones that you're ready to let go of. I'm super dizzy, so we're going to ground all that excess energy. You guys are doing super good. Keep calling people in. If you hear something and you need to bring them into this, just tag them, bring them in, share it, do what you need, bring them into your mind. Allow yourself to continue to let it go. Continue to release it. Clear those imprints, those trauma imprints all over you from past life to present life, cellular and DNA, emotional, mental, conscious, subconscious, superconscious. Let it go. You're definitely not alone. You're definitely not figuring it out by yourself. You can protect you. You can take care of you. And actually, it's funny because I said that word and I'm like, there's nothing to protect.
Yeah.
There's nothing to protect. You're okay. And so the reason I must have used that word is because your inner protectors are coming up and they're like, we have these parts inside of us and they want to protect us. And what happens is they keep us in this ivory tower of suffering. Because you would think that our brain wouldn't do this to us, but it does something very illogical. So when people say, oh, what you do, is it logical? I'm a really logical person. I'm like, yes, very logical. Counter to what our brain does a lot. So guess what our inner protector does? It keeps us out of fear and idea from experiencing what we want and produces the very result we don't want. So if we are afraid of opening our heart and loving other people because we have the idea, I need to protect my heart. I need to keep my heart safe. I've experienced, how many people can say that? So many people. I need to protect myself from what I've experienced in my life. I don't want to date anyone or be opening in my heart with a friend because I've been hurt before. So what is it that we are trying to avoid? We're trying to avoid being alone. We're trying to avoid being afraid. We are trying to avoid being hurt. Guess what that does? That protector keeps you alone in your house, hurt, and without the love that you want, without the experience that you want. And as I'm saying that this is so much energy here, we're just going to ask to clean that out of your heart, out of your lungs, the sorrow out of your lungs. Right? Sorrow is housed in the lungs. Just imagine breathing in white light and letting that go. Just clearing and disconnecting. So I'm going to disconnect all of the energies connecting to you from other people and from us. Let's just all disconnect. Disconnect from that collective so you can be in your own individual process right now. Because as we're connecting in a positive, we're disconnecting also so that we can be in our own energy. I feel so much better. So again, it's funny, when our protector kicks up, we end up in that ivory tower with everything we don't want to experience. Oh, you can't touch me? No, no one can touch you. And you can't feel that love and that connection that you want. But when we open our heart, we allow ourselves to not let that protector guide, whether that's that business or that friendship or that might, if our heart says go for it, it might be a little messy, right? My dog agrees, it might be a little messy, but you know what it will be? It will be an experience, and it will open you to moments of love, and it will open you to moments of expansion, and it will open you to that connection that you want to experience.
Just want to clear any body pain. Some of you are saying that you have some pain in your neck, your shoulders. You don't have to hold the world anymore. You can let it go. I remember when I thought I was it. I remember my tunnel vision where like everything's on my back. It's all, and I don't say this, like I just thought everything was about me. It had to be about me. And I was like hunched over and I just carrying all this weight when we're all connected. And whatever burden you have, we all carry together, right? Whatever cross you bear, we're all carrying that together. You're not alone. You're in it with us. We are together. So one of you said, I feel so lonely at times. Oh my God, yes. I get that. But we're not. we're so connected. I go outside, I touch a tree, I talk to some lizards, we have a conversation, or we're driving, and I feel connected to all things that you are connected to. So now I'm going to call in that good energy, baby. I'm going to call in peace. That peace that transcends all understanding. Like maybe at this moment you haven't had peace for years, or you haven't had peace for weeks. We call in so much joy. Joy in the places where there hasn't been joy. Beliefs that you believe about yourself and others, especially right now in relationships. I really feel there's so many wounds in your relationships with your loved ones, with your lover, with your twin. There's so much pain there. So we're just going to connect a heart level to Christ conscious love. And we're just going to release all that pain, all these ideas that you're not going to be able to connect, that you're going to be alone, that you're not going to be loved, that you're going to be abandoned, that you're always going to suffer. And now I'm going to talk to you, Divine Feminine, because you are angry. We are angry in there. There's another side of anger. Right? There's justified anger, and I get that. We're releasing right now. We're releasing so many years of oppression. I really honor it. Years of not being equal. Years of being used. Years and years of all of that energy. And so what happens is when we come against that energy, we come up like, the picture of the chick? Actually, look at ladies. The chick, she's mad, like we come in like, warrior, and again, right, we need to surrender that. We can get there, right? It's okay to get there, allow yourself to be there, but understand that if we stay there, what happens is it starts to destroy. It starts to destroy your cells, it starts to destroy your being, it starts to make you rigid and cold, it starts to not let love in. You guys know what I'm talking about right now. All those walls, we're going to start to release those walls, and that is like really strong walls on your heart. Like, no, I will not let that happen again. I will not go there. So what I'm going to ask is that you just pray right now for the willingness, just for the willingness to allow those walls to come down, because here's the thing. When those walls come down, we allow ourselves to receive love. When we receive love, we can really give love. When we give love, we receive more love. And what happens is you then get filled with love. And then what happens is abundance starts pouring into your life. And then what happens is your outside starts to mimic this love that I'm talking about. And you start to create everything that you want. And everything starts to fall into place. And with those walls up, none of that is possible.
Yes.
So we just release more deeply?
No, I was just going to ask for your inner protectors to step aside, your ego to step aside, so that you can actually feel this and allow this. Those parts that are trying to keep you the same, instead of letting you shift out into what is true for you. And to feel that connection. We feel alone because we create those walls. We feel alone because we create that separation. We believe that separation. We feel alone because we don't allow ourselves to be ourselves. We feel alone because we don't allow ourselves to show up. And yes, it might hurt. And yes, somebody might hurt our feelings. And actually, I can promise you, you will feel and experience pain in this lifetime. Yes, I promise. I'm sorry, but I promise. But what I can also promise is that you don't have to experience the suffering of resisting what it is that you want. And it is better to have those moments of love and those moments of connection, those moments of expansion, those moments of being who you are authentically. It is better to experience that than to be in that ivory tower where we are safe and we are disconnected and we are lonely and we are lost and confused. You guys are doing so good. And I wanted to tell you guys something about energy, because some of you guys felt so, when I said that, I felt so much nausea. Understand that this is a process, okay? And that the next few months are going to be a process. And if you're aware that they're going to be a process, and that you're aware that they're going to create a pull of energy and things that are not working for you anymore, and they're going to ask you to step up in different ways and to let things fall away and to release things and to surrender things and to let yourself show up and to let yourself connect. And it is almost like when you get on a roller coaster and you hear yourself tick, 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 tick. That's the feeling that people have been having. I don't want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. Tick, tick, tick. You're going up and allowing yourself to know that it's just a process, but on the other end of that process, you're totally safe. And in that process, you are totally safe. And it is not for you to experience something that is horrible, but just to have an experience to release these things so you can be more you, as I said at the beginning, more you than you've had the chance to be before. And so when you feel pains in your body, when you feel sickness, the thing is that you're going to go through a combination, right, from the work here, but also from the work that you might do going in the next few months. Pain in the body's blocks where the energy is stuck, okay? So there might be some blocks. There might be some, if I took you and I put you on a juice cleanse, you might get sick. So if you're feeling you have a headache, drink a lot of water, guys. Drink a lot of water after this. Go put your feet in the grass if you can. You feel sickness, you feel frustration, you feel these things have to move out of the body. They have to release out of the body. Keep letting them go as if you had the stomach flu. You don't try to hold the stomach flu in your body. You try to get rid of it. You allow yourself to get rid of it. You allow yourself to purge it out of your being. That's what you're doing. You're releasing these things out of your being. You're letting them go. Let them go. And the more we fight it, okay, so we're going to let go of some control. The more we fight it, because you already have control, it's okay. The more we fight it, the more pain we feel in our body, the more resistance, the more the ego steps up. So we're just going to let that go. Close your eyes. Let's ground some intention. Think about what it is and why it is that you want to experience certain things, what you want, who you are. And if you don't know that, I heard somebody say, I don't know who I am, it's okay, then let that be part of your intention, to be clear, to get clarity on who you are. Right? It's okay, wherever you are, release that shame and judgment. Wherever you are, it's perfect. Whatever your what, intention with your why do you want to experience this? What do you want to let go of the next few weeks? What do you want to experience after? Clearing that fear of pain, letting it go. It's just part of experience. Pain is not terrible. Pain is experience. It's growth experience. It's activation experience. It's okay. It's stretching. Hand over to the universe how things are going to unravel. Create that surrender around how this is going to shift for you. How you're going to go. How you're going to let go of all of it. How you're going to detox this energy, purge this energy, when it's going to stop. Just let it go. Hand it to the universe, God, creator, whatever you're comfortable with. And let that anxiety settle, because there's nothing you have to figure out in this moment. It is not actually the doing, guys. It is not actually the doing that is your mission, it's being. It's not actually the doing that is your mission, it's being. Okay? So we can do a lot from our being, but it starts with our being, and it is our being that was your mission. Right? So when you talk about your goal, you talk about what you're doing here, you talk about all these things. It is being you, being here, being activating other people by being yourself. And then from that, whatever doing you do as it's a self-expression of who you are, it will be perfect. So for today, just let yourself take a deep breath. Feel that deep breath in your lungs. Feel that comfort of, I just need to be me. That's all I have to do. All I have to do is be me. And although that's simple, I know it's not easy. I know it takes work, because we've taken so many years and so many decades, and we still do every single day move whatever needs to be moved so that we can express and be who we are. More and more authentically, more and more aligned, more and more real and connected, less with the separation, less with illusion.
I'm just going to ask that just everything that's happening within your body just easily be integrated. So for a lot of you, there's going to be like a little integration process, right? We just did some surgery. We did some deep work. You guys did some deep work. I love you guys. I'm so honored by you for allowing us to be in your space, to be in your home with you right now, right? To be with you. Although I dream about you guys all the time, you guys dream about us, so I feel like I'm with you guys all the time, right? Allow yourself to integrate this. So if you have an ocean near you, you may want to jump your butt in the ocean today. If it's freezing where you are, get some salt, some Himalayan sea salt. You can do Epsom salt, throw it in a bath, take a hot bath. Ask that your body integrate this. Be nice to your body. Dove said before, drink water, drink some juices, have some fruit right now. If you have fruit in your house, if you don't, get some fruit. Just allow everything to move out of you.
Yes.
Just keep releasing. Keep just saying, I release, I trust, I surrender to this process. You guys are doing beautifully. You guys are doing really beautiful, actually.
I love that so much. I'm going to bring some protection around all of you guys right now as you're healing up all of this stuff. We just ask all the negativity in the auric fields and any gaps or holes, or so you have an energy body around you. It's actually measurable now by science. We're just going to ask for that field of energy around you to make sure there's no holes in it, no gaps, no injuries, nothing negative, no fears, no imprints, no other energies unplugging you from everyone else and everything else. Just allowing you to be in your space, clearing and reconnecting you from upper heart center to source, creator, God, whatever you are comfortable with, grounding you from your bottom chakra all the way to the center of the earth, allowing there to be this tube of light all the way through your body. Letting you be in the space that took the pain on my lower back away, so that's good, because I did not want to leave you guys with that pain. When I feel pain in my body, it means it's from someone else as well. So I can read pain. I can read blocks through my body. This is creating that protection for your home. If you guys have kids, family, loved ones, twins, partners, your business, your cars, anything that you spend your time in, we're just going to create bubbles. Imagine these beautiful, beautiful platinum bubbles, rainbow around everything. It's just allowing you to be in your space, allowing you to be integrated. And we love all of you guys so very much.
We love you
so much.
Actually,
we have been guided to do some more stuff like this with you guys. And so what we're going to actually do is we're going to, we may do some more of these, but we're going to kick it up another notch. And hopefully Nicole and I can just ride on spirit for 3 hours. So we're going to invite you guys on the 28th. We'll put a link and we'll start, and we're going to ask you guys to come and to come really open. We're going to ask you guys to invite other people. We're going to ask you guys to take as many people as possible for this process. It'll be on the tail end of the lunar eclipse. And it is eclipse season, and there is also will be right in between some solar eclipses. And really we want to create the biggest amount of people, the biggest group that we can, to create this major shift in energy. It will be a private event. It will not be here on Facebook. And it will be 3 hours, and we will work through these things, and we will channel, and we will move the energy. We will activate you guys, and we will do some really, really deep stuff. So if this sounds like something interesting, we'll make sure there's a link up on this video later. We're going to ask you guys to come and to really make this like investment of your time and your energy with us, and to bring other people in to do that with you, so that we can really create some movement, because this is really the time to let it go. I know.
Shut up, 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours of Nicole and
I had to ask.
Actually, yeah, Dove woke up this morning and she was like, you know, we're gonna open, she didn't say Pandora's box, but no. I saw Pandora's box, right? So, because sometimes when I release things, I see like this box of stuff starting to come out, and she was, you know, Dove was just like, we really need to be with them. We need to be and guide and do that. And I was like, hell yeah. She's like, you think we could do 3 hours? Like, we can do 3 hours. I'm like, we can do more than 3 hours.
So
yes.
We're going to go really deep and really, really hard. We're going to give all of ourselves to you guys, right? So all we ask for back is your deepest willingness, your time. And also it'll create some shift in your energy, because to devote 3 hours of your time and in exchange actually allows you to say that you're willing to receive. So it starts to create an even deeper level of healing that we're going to go into and really shift some major stuff for you.
And we're going to do it on Zoom, so I get to see your pretty faces. I get to see all your faces, unless you don't want me to see your face, and then you can turn your camera off.
Yes,
so you can turn your camera off.
You can also call in from anywhere.
But I want to see you.
So you guys can absolutely be private. It will be fine. You can be as anonymous as you need to.
Yes.
So we are really, really excited about that. We will post the information later. We hope that you can all join us, and that you can really help us to create a major, major event. We saw it as something that is going to really expand the energy. You're not just doing it for yourself, so if you think you are, you're absolutely not. Allow this to be your service as well, to the world, to us, to each other, because it absolutely works that way. So come and hold that space with us and create that massive shift with us. We love you guys. We hope that this has been helpful.
We're going to post the date and the time and everything underneath this video. Also, please watch the video again, actually, because the healing that we just did, it'll go more deeply. You'll see things a little from a different perspective as you shift.
Yes.
So you can use this because there was a lot of clearing in there and there was a lot of healing stuff. So if you're watching this on the replay, you didn't miss out. I would watch it over and over, actually.
Absolutely. Please share it as much as you guys possibly can. We showed up. We did some major work for days before this for you guys, so that it is not just what meets the eye. We are so connected and committed to you guys. So please share the heck out of it. Tag people as much as possible. Allow other people to get this as well. It's why we're here for you. We love you guys so much.
We love you. And yes, I did get a new tattoo of TFR. Somebody asked.
Committed to our
I love you guys, and our revolution of love. I don't know. I would have probably never done that. I'm so committed to what Dove and I do that it meant the world to me to get that on me. I was just like, oh, I have to, and I love it.
And you guys are part of our revolution, and we love you so much.
All right.
Bye,
Till
guys.
the next time.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye,
Happy
Sophia.
Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.